Thank you. Pardon me. So crystals are our passion. In my newsletter, I was saying that Tina and I probably have about 40 years of combined crystal um, experience for healing, for whatever. But I think for us, it's actually an obsession. Would you say it's an obsession?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. I can't go near a crystal without wanting to buy it. My room, which I've had to put this background because it's full. I've just got crystals everywhere, all shapes, all sizes. I'm literally an addict. So yes,
Yeah, I mean, it could be drugs, it could be
it could be.
smoking, it could be,
Yeah, it could
I
be.
think
It
crystal
could be
is a
worse.
pretty healthy addiction. That's my
Mm-hmm.
excuse. I'll stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what you see behind me is a beautiful crystal grid done by one of our sisters, Kathy, also for one of our beloved brothers who passed away. And I just want to mention and send prayers to our beloved brother and his partner. And again, crystals are brilliant for grief release, but also for grief mitigation. I use crystals in my work in hospitals, in hospices all the time. Sometimes when people see me with my sack full of crystals, I get oh, but these are foreign objects and you shouldn't really have them with you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't panic. I know exactly where my friends are. I make sure they don't get into the bed or whatever, but they're really helpful, and they can mitigate the pain.
Yeah.
So in this course, and like I said, it's growing, probably going to end up being a 2-year course the way we are going, but for now it's a 1-year course. We're going to be talking about all sorts of topics, and one of them, I'm just going to run through a couple of them just for your information. um, Crystals and numerology, and crystals and astrology, and crystals from heaven and earth, and crystals and spells, and crystals and dreams, crystals and the plant world, crystals and dragons, crystals and healings. And this is just a small little overview. And it's not all about the cell for us. And this is the problem that Tina and I both have. We love what we do so much that it's really hard for us to put a price on something or be out there and sell, sell, sell like so many new people can do. But what you find with us is some deep information. It's not about the cell, it's about the spell. And both of us would identify, probably a spell caster, because the word witch has some problems for me. But, and I'll let Tina speak for herself in a second. Um, I have been casting spells with crystals since the 90s, and I have been successful in quite a few, well, probably many of them. And for me, magic is real. So when I speak to you about crystals and magic or crystals and dragons, it's a reality for me. We don't ask you to believe anything that we believe, but there will be talk about spell crafting. So some people might not be 100%, but it was actually in the description of this taster session. So I'm going to go hand over to my beautiful Tina because she is really the maestro of what is the lessons and what comes up for it. And I hope you enjoy today's session. Blessed be.
Recipe. Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
my
try
lovely.
this.
Yeah, that would be me. And I'm so happy that you found your way here tonight. Because if you're listening, I suspect that you already have felt that little spark that when you pick up a crystal, that little hum that says there's more to me than meets the eye. The course itself for healing, crystals for magic, as B said, it isn't
Excuse
just.
me.
I'm sorry, my lovely. Yes,
Tina,
yes.
I can't hear you. You're much lower than B
Oh,
is.
some sort. I'm beginning to think I've got a problem starting with my computer because I've had this problem before. Bear with me a minute. Let me just adjust things.
Okay.
So sorry, my
Thank you.
lovely. Bear with me. Okay, if I move this a little bit closer. How's that? Is that any better? No? Yes? Testing, testing. Hello?
I can hear
Okay.
you perfectly well. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's maybe somebody on their computer needs to put their heating up. Sorry, not their heating up.
Yeah.
I've
I've
got
got it.
heating on the brain.
It's the weather. It's the cold. I know. Right, okay. I've got it up to max, so I'm hoping it's all right. But I know it has been fluctuated. I do apologise. If you need me to scream, shout, or... Yep, just let me know. Okay, yes. So, yes, it's crystals, it's healing, and the magical aspect of things here. Because crystals are so incredibly versatile, I mean, I literally use them in everything, including cooking. And I don't mean I actually kind of, although I have done. I that is something I will also bring into the courses a little. You can actually do crystal baking, where you can bring the energy of the crystal into, if you're making, say, I use it with bread. Usually I'll do a little bit of homemade loaf of bread, and you wrap, it has to be obviously a safe crystal, and you can either do it and you can either put it in the dough whilst it's proving, or you can, in the case of a nice piece of clear quartz, for example, you can actually wrap it and you can pop it inside the bread as it's baking. And then you put the energy of the intention, what you want to do for your celebration with the bread, and you put the energy into the crystal, and the crystal then energizes the bread, and hey presto, you have crystal bread. So it's just incredibly versatile. And one of the reasons with this course, we wanted to provide you with something that literally covers all the bases. You will be learning a huge amount of information that will take you from physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual work, dream development. It's basically going to cover all the bases in your magical workings that you want to do. You can take it from this course. You will be able to do with confidence whatever it is that you want to do. And we're going to explore it, all the gifts for daily life, for the more mysterious stuff or esoteric stuff, all covered. I'll be sharing practical wisdom as well, how to cleanse, how to charge crystals, how to choose them, importantly how to combine them, how to work with them for balance, for creativity, for protection. We'll be wandering into the enchanted territory then, for crystal grids and ritual work, intuitive connection, all the ways basically that these beautiful little shimmering creatures can help us in our daily life. We're going to be keeping it real. Crystals may be magical, but they're also cheeky little minxes. They have their own little personalities. They have things that they like to do, things they don't like to do. And as you get to connect with your crystal, you'll get to understand their personas, their personalities, and they will let you know. You never have to worry about picking the right crystal, because basically the crystal will almost certainly pick you. And this is something, again, if any of you have got crystals or you've worked with crystals before, if you go into a shop that's got, and you've got like crystals everywhere, and you're there going, oh, like a kitty in the sweet shop, if you're like me, kitty in the sweet shop, where do I go? And if I just stand and breathe and just quieten myself just for that moment, the crystal that I need for that point in time will let itself know. It'll come forward. It'll just literally draw my eye to it, or I'll be, I'll go to walk in one particular direction, or I'll get pulled towards the direction that I need to go. So they will pick you. They will tell you, pick me. I'm the one that you need for today. I am the one that the person you're going to be healing is going to want. Is going to want me. Is going to need me. So this is what we're going to be teaching in the courses, is how to connect, how to build up that particular connection that you get, so that you will be able to work with your crystals with confidence. So you'll get this kind of feedback from your crystal. So basically, I'm going to bring into what I'd like to do with you today. So we're going to do we'll do a little short connection session, just to allow you to sort of tune in and get the feel for our crystal. I realise this is very very, very basic stuff, but I'm assuming that not everybody will have dealt with crystals before, so this is from the very, very basics. And then I'm also going to do my Crystal Solstice Hill journey with you as well, which is it's a lovely, lovely journey that I do in the December and January months. And it's where you go to, so you can go to meet Goddess, but you take the crystals along with you on the journey, and the crystals add a different dimension to the journey itself. Okay, with both the grounding, you get images through and thoughts through, and it intensifies the journey. I mean, all journeys are lovely, but I like journeying with crystals because you really get that much more of a kick, that much more intensity from it, which is lovely. So one of the ones we're going to be using on the journey, I'll just give you a rundown. One that's going to be used is black tourmaline, which is one of my, I love this stone so much. I absolutely love it. Need a bodyguard? Enter black tourmaline. wearing a tailored Kevlar suit, a serious amount of concealed weaponry, and a nonchalant smile. He's got you covered. It's a powerful protective stone. He will shield you from negative energies, psychic attacks, bond villains, and electromagnetic smog. He can expertly ground you before leaping off to tackle and neutralize incoming negative energy and still be back before the alarm goes off. Security, stability, in the bag. This is one of the ones you're going to be doing on our journey. It doesn't matter if you haven't got one yourself, it's not a problem, because I'll be holding it and channeling it through the journey for you. Okay, but the key thing with it is that beautiful grounding energy, and with that there, it also brings a calmness, a protection. It's one of my favourite ones to work with, particularly this time of year, because when you're dealing with post-Christmas, and you're dealing with the new year, and you're dealing with winter, and you're dealing with bills, anxiety and emotional stress is very, very high in a lot of people's lives. And what I find is in my healing practice, especially again December and January time, is that a lot of people are suffering from increased anxiety, because even though it's a celebratory season, it puts a lot of increased stress and increased responsibilities. You've got all your bills and the winter stuff coming in, and it really ramps up the anxiety. And this is one of the best stones for combating that. It's when you hold a black tourmaline, it brings that sense of calm. I've literally reduced my heart rate when I've been having an anxiety attack. I've sat down with this, and within 2 to 3 minutes, it's brought my heart back into normal sinus rhythm and brings it right down to about 59 beats per minute. And you can feel the calmness just permeating your body when you work with tourmaline. So, fabulous stone. If you wanted to get any grounding stone at all, you just only wanted to get one, this is the one I would choose. I would go with the black tourmaline every time. So that's the one we're going to be working with for the journey. And the next one we'll be working with then will be, well, actually there's two. I've got rose quartz, which nearly everybody has got, which is absolutely lovely. It's very much a gentle, heart-related stone. It's all about the love, baby. This stone wears psychedelic flare trousers, has flowers in its hair, and can be found playing Kumbaya on an acoustic guitar by a fireside at sunset. It's absolutely fabulous. It's gentle, it's beautiful, it's all about peace, love. It's absolutely fantastic. It's romantic love, self-love, familial love, you name it, universal love. It's all there in this lovely little stone. It'll help open up the heart chakra for you. And again, when you combine it with the tourmaline, and this is one of the things I talk about a lot in the course, is the alchemy that happens when you take, not just when you, instead of, right, I've got to go back to cooking now. Sorry, this is ADHD in action. You're seeing it firsthand. When you're cooking, if you're making a cake, you've got your ingredients, right? You've got your flour, you got your fat there, you got your sugar, you got your eggs, okay? So it's all individual ingredients. Mix them all up, put them together, slam it in the oven, you've got this magnificent cake. Completely different entity from the 4 separate ingredients. The same thing happens when you work with crystals. If you take 4 different crystals or 3 different crystals and you combine them together, the energies and how they overlap and interact create something different, something unique. And that in itself is, I love that, the fact that that happens. But again, that is something I'll be heavily accenting on in the course. How they interact with each other, how the energy fields from different crystals will interact with each other and give you the kind of results, and actually much better results than you would get, say, if you just use one on its own. And when we think about it, because we are obviously we're all energetic beings. We are just blood bags with an energetic being on the inside. And the same thing happens if you're interacting with a tree, if you're interacting with plants, if you're interacting with your crystals, if you're interacting with another human being, your energy field is interacting with their energy field. And I imagine everybody here has experienced, if you meet somebody for the first time and you go into a room, you're at a party, you meet somebody for the first time, and it's like, oh, I'm not quite sure if I like you or not. And they haven't said anything much or done anything much, but it's just you're interacting with maybe that energy that comes off them. Or you meet another person, you think, oh, this is great, I really like this person. And, you lean in a bit closer and you want to be around them because their energy is interacting with your energy, it's compatible, you like it, you like what's coming off them. Same then in reverse, you don't like what's coming off, say, somebody else. So that energy field is what we're going to be tuning into. It's getting to know ourselves, our energy fields, how we feel, feeling into our body, our emotions, and that then allows us then to understand and feel and tap into the different energies of each individual crystal, because each crystal has its own personality, its own energy field, and its own way of reacting. And you'll often get, sometimes you'll get crystal that won't want to work with another crystal because they don't like each other. It's just like people. It's just, that's how it is. And you'll learn all about this. You'll get to understand it, and you'll get to be able to feel it with confidence. So that way then you can just go and you go, oh yeah, that's fine, that's the one for me. And you'll be able to do that with confidence. And it's all about understanding yourself and how you work in order to understand and communicate with the crystals. Another mantra of mine, you can't rush a rock. There's no rushing crystal connections. You have to take your time. You have to ease into it. You have to sense it. You have to feel it in order to really understand and connect with your crystals. It's not something that you can ever rush. It's like the Ents from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, you know, the big tree race people. They used to take them like days to have a conversation. Well, it's very, very similar when you're talking to a crystal or while you're trying to communicate with a crystal. It takes time. You have to allow it time. You have to sort of feel into its energy. There are exceptions, obviously. You may get a zap straight away, but a lot of the time it takes time to get to know your crystal. I've had quite a few people sort of say to me, oh, I don't feel anything when I pick a crystal up. And they pop it in their hand for a minute and they'll go, no, I'm not feeling anything. And they put it out and I'm thinking, yeah, but it's been like that for 30 seconds. What were you expecting? You have to hold it. You have to really connect with it. You've got to feel into it. You've got to carry it around with you sometimes for half an hour or more. And then you'll feel what's coming through to you. It's about time. It's about giving it time. So yes, we'll be working with tourmaline, the rose quartz, and then we're also then, for the last stage of the journey, then we'll be working with clear quartz. This is it's one of my favourites. It's a lovely point. It's got phantoms in it. It's a beautiful phantom clear quartz crystal there, which what quartz has to its advantage when it comes to dealing with any working that you're doing is that it acts as an amplifier. It's one of the best magnifying, amplifying stones you could possibly use. It's just a bog standard clear quartz. It doesn't have to be anything special. It doesn't have to be a Lemurian. It doesn't have to be, if you want to be, precise, if you want to be a brain surgeon, go for the Lemurian. But you can just work it with a beautiful piece of normal clear quartz, and it will accentuate and it'll magnify whatever it is that you're working on. And you can put it on any part of the body or any part of your workings to act as this amplification, which again is lovely. And again, if you're working with it just on its own, even, it brings a clarity. That's what I like about clear quartz. It can clear away, the little flotsam and the jetsam that's flying around in it. It helps you focus and helps you think clearer. It brings that clarity to the situation. So again, a very good crystal to put in with other stones and all sorts of workings. So again, it's an excellent all-rounder. So we'll be working with those. But to start us off, I'm hoping that perhaps you've all got access to at least one crystal. Again, if not a big problem. We can just focus on the one that I'm using. All right. But this is just about connection. So we're just going to do a short connection exercise where you've got to feel in with your crystal. Clear quartz, rose quartz. If you've got any piece of quartz or any crystal at all, you can do it with anyone. If you've got one, go and grab it now. And possibly a bit of pen and paper if you've got that to hand as well. Because I like you to jot down any feelings, anything that comes through, any thoughts, any imagery that comes through as you're working as well. That would be very, very great. I will give you a couple of minutes just to go and grab that. That'd be grand. And we should get set up for the first stage. All right. Okay.
Lovely, Tina. Thank you for that. I was just going to say to you, black tourmaline, so needed right now. And I'm told by Mary, real black tourmaline is not really that good, very easily available at the moment. You used to get lots of it.
Yeah.
So, people really have to be careful when you're buying from somebody that is an ethical, and you can trust these people to have actual black tourmaline. I mean, I don't know how easy it would be to make it fake, but there are a lot of fake crystals out there.
There are.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
I just wanted to, one of my favorites, loving it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love tourmaline, especially this time of year. It's so good and so good for anxiety. It's one of my favourite go-to stones for anxiety. Okay, right. If we're all ready, okie dokie. Right, now it's obviously you're in charge, of your own. You're in charge of your own experience with this. So gentle boundaries. Now, if you feel emotional, fizzy, overwhelmed, Open your eyes, put your feet on the floor, a couple of deep breaths, because sometimes when you first connect with the crystal's a bit busy or lively, it can be a little overwhelming. So that's absolutely fine. You can step out at any time, okay? This is a supportive experience. You know, it's nothing to, don't feel as you have to keep plugged into the grid. If you're finding it a bit too much, you can step away, it's not a problem. So first of all, what I want you to do is just basically close your eyes, just take in a couple of nice deep cleansing breaths, because we want everything to just clear away and relax. If possible, you can put your feet onto the floor, would be great. If you're more comfortable lying down, that's absolutely fine. But for this particular exercise, I find it's better if your feet are on the floor when you're just making a first connection with your crystal. So nice deep cleansing breaths to breathe in through your nose. And then a good long blow out through the mouth. Try to make the out breath a little longer than the in breath if you can. So you're just clearing away all the breath from the lower part of the lungs and giving them a good exhale. So in again, nice and deep, and then out. Good long out breath like that. And once again, breathe in. And then a good long out breath. The three things we are focusing on here. The first thing is the grounding, which is what you're doing now. So you're just basically feeling into your body, grounding, feeling your feet on the floor. Give your toes a nice little wiggle there. Feel yourself nice and settled and centered. The second thing then we're going to be doing is asking. So you'll be putting a clear intention, just the one. You don't want to confuse things. So it's just one clear intention when you're asking of your crystal. And then the third thing we do then is listening. And we're listening not just with our body, but we're listening with our emotional selves. And trying to see if anything that comes through, whether it's emotional or physical. Right, so now imagine now you've got some roots coming out of your feet and into the earth. So now you're going to be fully grounded now before we start. So you're taking your breathing in, keep your breathing nice and steady, and roots into the earth. Now pick up your stone if you're not already, hold it in your hand. If you're working with clear quartz or rose quartz, it doesn't matter which hand you hold it in. All right, it could be your passive or your active hand, it doesn't matter. You can cup them if you wish as well. If you want to cup them, you can do that too. Right, so focus now on your hands and on the crystal in your hand. So if you haven't actually got a crystal, just imagine that you're holding a beautiful pink piece of rose quartz like I'm holding now. Imagine the feel of it as it settles into your hand. It starts off cool as you put it in, and then you feel it responding to the warmth of your body. Feel it starting to just get a little bit warmer. Try to put it in the center of your palm, which is where you have a little energy point there, a little chakra point in the center of your hand. And as you hold it there, quietly, inwardly, ask the question, may I connect with you? And ask what you want to connect for. So things have been a bit hectic, so I'm going to ask for, may I connect with you for some calm, please? For tonight, I want to be calmer. You ask for whatever it is you want, whether it's clarity, protection, calm, for love, whatever you feel you wish to ask for, you ask. But you ask permission of the stone. Again, keep your mental focus firmly on your hands. Now sometimes when the sensation starts, it might feel a very slight tingling. Sometimes the crystal will go a little cooler. Sometimes it will go quite hot. Note any changes, actual physical changes that you can feel if you're feeling anything. And again, don't worry if you don't feel anything straight away. As I said, you can't rush a rock. You have to take your time. And not all are ready for instant connection. So just take your time. Just commune with your crystal. And as you start to feel, if you start to feel anything, any responses that you feel, just make note of it in your head so you can jot it down later. Anything that you're feeling coming from it at all. Sometimes it can be a little buzz or a tingle. Pay attention if you do feel something, pay attention. Does it stay only in your hand? Or do you feel it moving at all? Do you feel the sensation, the energy of your little crystal visitor? Can you feel it going anywhere else in the body? Crystals can be excellent for diagnostics, and often the energy will travel from the crystal to where it needs to be most in your body. So pay attention. See if you're feeling anything like a travelling sensation or a tingling sensation that's going out of the hand into any other part of your body. Now we're going on to the listening section. Now everything's done in a sense of three. Everything's in threes. So just relax, allow it to come. You don't need to force it. You don't need to sort of think, oh, I must feel this or I must feel that. Just relax. No forcing it. You felt with the body. We've just done that. Now did you feel warmth, coolness, tingling, heaviness, softening? Now we're asking emotions. How are you feeling emotionally when you hold your crystal? This is stage 2. Are you feeling, for example, comfort, steadiness, relief, calmness, brightness, happiness? Feel into that emotion. How is it affecting you? And note where again in your body you're feeling it, because sometimes it isn't just the heart. People think emotions, oh, I felt it in my heart. Not always. Sometimes emotions can get lodged elsewhere in the body, and that can also give us an idea of what we need, or what help we want, or if there's a problem. We'll sometimes feel emotions elsewhere as a literal sensation, but somewhere else in the body, not necessarily the heart. Once you've sat with that for a little while, how is that making you feel? Also, interesting question at this point, is it what you asked for? Because, for example, I wanted to feel calm this evening. And yes, this is what it's giving me. It's making me feel calm. But I'm also feeling quite warm and fuzzy as well, and filled with love. So it's giving me more than what I asked for. So yes, have a think. What you're feeling right now, is it exactly what you asked for, or are you feeling something else with it? Is there anything extra that you're getting from it? And now we move on to the third stage. And this is where, again, no worries if you don't get anything with the third stage, that's not a problem. If you've managed any of the stages, it's absolutely brilliant. Third stage is image and words. And what can sometimes come through when you're communing with your stone like this is you can get a colour can come through for you. It could be a symbol you may be reminded of, or find yourself thinking of a place that you like or know. It could be a word that might pop into your head, or even a phrase or a line from a song. So just generally just go with it. Don't try to force it. Just allow it to come through. All you need to really do is sort of think, saying hi, hello, I like you, do you like me, do you want to communicate with me? You're just holding that sensation, that openness, that feeling in yourself, between yourself and your crystal, and then see what they give you. See if they send anything through for you. Just give that a moment. Again, keep your focus on the crystal and on your hand, the centre of your hands. Breathe gently. Allow anything to flow inside your mind. Again, pay attention to any of the sensations that you're feeling in your body and any emotions that are rising. Okay. Okay, now we're coming back out of it. Mentally, or if you want to out loud, thank your crystal. Thank it for the connection. I give thanks for the calmness and the energy that you have given me this evening. If you're feeling that you're overfull, and this can, again, sounds a little strange, but it can sometimes happen if there's a little bit too much still bubbling up in you and you need to release a little bit of it, you can just let it go through the roots that you've got through your feet into the earth. Just let it go again with gratitude. Now I've got quite a lot of love bubbling away, so I'm going to send a little bit of love back down into Mother Earth. So I'm going to send that back down through my roots in my feet. And then when you're ready, take a nice deep cleansing breath again in through your nose. Blow it out nice and long. Open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. And you're back in the room. Right. Now then, whilst it's all fresh in your noggin, jot down if there's anything that you can remember about the experience, what you felt, if you had any words coming through, what you felt and where you felt it in your body or in your hand, any emotions that were brought up during that communion with your crystal. Just jot it down and make a few notes, right, whilst it's still fresh. Because if you're anything like me with my menopausal brain, give it 5 minutes and I'll have forgotten everything. So let's pop it down while it's fresh. If anybody like to share, and you don't have to, but if anybody would like to share just one sentence, or if you noticed anything in body, emotion, image, word, please feel free. Again, no pressure, you don't have to. If you want it to remain personal, that's fine as well.
Hi,
Hello.
I've got a rose quartz and it's got a little fairy on top, but it's a rose quartz.
Yeah.
And the connection was really strong towards my heart chakra.
Yeah.
Very, very, very strong vibration, all the way up my arm, up into my heart.
Yeah.
The nice zing, nice vibration.
Excellent.
It then made me feel at ease with a sense of wholeness.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the sort of feeling that it was hugging me.
Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. That's rose quartz at its best there, isn't it? It's like just giving you a big cuddly bear hug and sort of making you feel all sort of warm and fuzzy inside. Very similar to what I was getting, that very, very warm, fuzzy sensation. That's lovely. The fact that it travelled up to your heart again is very, very significant. It's sort of saying that that's the area of yourself that's healing the most now, both your emotions and everything as well. So that's
Definitely.
absolutely really lovely. I know Anna sort of said that she has to feel safe right now, and you saw an image of castle walls. That's absolutely fantastic. That's really strong image there. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Anybody else like to say anything before we move on? So.
This is my first experience, and I don't even know what I'm holding. I wondered if you would be able to identify it for me.
Okay, we can give it a try. Where are you? I'm not even sure who was speaking there, my darling, because I
Oh, my name's Andrea.
Andrea, so I need to move it along. Ah, there you are. Fabulous. Oh, that's
Awesome.
labradorite.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that's a labradorite. Oh yeah, look at the flash on that. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's a labradorite.
Definitely one of my favorites.
What is it called?
Labradorite. Labradorite, yeah. It's
And is one
absolutely
of the
beautiful.
all heals, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely fantastic. Did you get anything from it? How did it make you feel? As if
Well,
you want to share. No, don't do it, sir.
it warmed up in my hand.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I'm not sure. My hand is nice and warm, and so
Nice
is
and toasty.
this.
Nice and toasty. And oddly enough, that doesn't happen with all crystals. Everybody would think, oh, it's body heat. It's going to, heat the stone up. It's not the case. I've had crystals that have stayed in my hand and have still remained cold,
Oh,
and they don't warm up at all. So it's really quite strange. And others then you'll put in, they'll go almost hot to the point where it's almost difficult to hold on to them. They get that hot. So it's got nothing to do with your body temperature. It's the energy of the crystal and responding to what it is that you're asking for and reacting to your own energy field. So it's really quite, yeah. So the fact
thank
that you
you.
had that heat from it again is lovely. Labradorite's a fantastic one. It is again one of my favourites crystals to work with, and it's very, very good for exploring all aspects of yourself, both the inner and the outer. It's one that's a transformation stone, essentially. It's a transformation. It's absolutely beautiful. So versatile. You can use it in so many different things, and we'll very, very heavily on the labradorite in the course as well, because it's a beautiful stone to have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else before we move on? Anybody else want to say anything? Okay.
Tina, we still seem
Yes.
to have some people with
Yeah.
issues with hearing. I'm really sorry. I can hear
I'm
you in the
so,
headphones
yeah.
perfectly, but
Right.
when I take the headphones out, I can't hear you very well either. I don't know what it
Right.
is.
Okay.
Have you checked
Bear with me.
your volume on
Yeah.
yours? You say it's all the way up, yeah?
My volume's all the way up on the speaker. Let me just, what I can do is I will unplug. Right. Okay. I'm now on computer speaker only. Does that help?
I can hear you perfectly now. Can everybody else hear? No? Hang on, let
No?
me just
Still
take
not?
you off. Try again.
Can
Can you
anybody
just?
hear me now?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh, it's probably something in your microphone array. It's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
I'm really, really sorry about this, ladies. I'm so sorry.
Go.
Um, the reason why I have this is because it was better than my computer was. My computer isn't
I
brilliant.
had about
So, folks, if you have headphones, it might be an idea to grab your headphones because it works through the headphones.
I will go back to these now. I think I'll, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I'll go back
if I,
because it is,
yeah, you go perfectly through your headphones, but
yeah.
I can't hear you when I'm unplugged.
Okay.
I've got a little munchkin standing behind me, giving me grief, being picky. Go away! No, go away!
All right. Okay, okay. Right then. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the solstice journey, and this is the journey to Solstice Hill, which I do in December and January. And it's a very, very comforting, very grounding ceremony that helps you to release. You'll be going from a forest area. We're going to be climbing the hill where you sort of leave worries and the stresses, the anxieties behind, and then we go up then to meet the goddess on the top of the hill, where we then come back and we bring the returning light then back with us from that. So it's a really, really nice journey, but it's added something special when you put a crystal into the mix with it as well. So this is where, again, I don't expect everybody to have all these crystals, so I will channel them for you. And if you do happen to have them, if you've got like a black tourmaline or an onyx or a smoky quartz, that can be used for the first part of the journey if you have one. Again, if you don't worry, we can channel through this one. The second part of the journey then, where we're going to actually meet in the goddess, you can either use, again, your rose quartz if you want to, or you can use any variety of moonstone if you've got a moonstone. All right, I'm using a green moonstone for it, but you can use any variety of moonstone or any variety of the rose quartz, or a clear quartz if you haven't got a rose, that's fine as well. Again, if you haven't got it, not a problem. I can channel for this for you. And then for the returning of the light, then again, a nice piece of either clear calcite or clear quartz for the return journey. Again, if you haven't got it, don't worry, we can channel through this. Right, okie dokie. Okay, so again, if you can all just, we're already nicely grounded from the previous one, which is lovely. So we don't need to go re-grounding again. Just take another cleansing breath, nice deep breath in and release. Right, so close your eyes. Soften your breath, so you're breathing slowly, very, 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 very slowly and steadily in and out. Become aware of the air travelling in through your nostrils, filling your lungs, and then blowing it back out. Become aware of yourself, your inner self, your body. Now in your mind's eye, you find yourself at the edge of a dark pine forest. It's snow dusted and still. You can smell the snow, the frosty air. The trees are tall and ancient and protective. This is the forest of the long night. It's not frightening. There's nothing scary about this forest. It is ancient and wise and protective and deep. You step inside the forest. As you're walking through it, you can feel the pine needles crunching beneath your feet, all covered in frost, crispy, crunchy. You sense there are animals moving with you. There's a deer on your left. The deer, she brings gentleness and vigilance into your life, and she walks beside you now. To your right, you see a flash of red fur. It's a fox. Fox is the keeper of cleverness and clever pathways. He brings this with you on your journey. And then above you and leading you onwards, soft, silent, white wings, an owl floats in front of you, silent witness of hidden truth and hidden wisdom. They don't lead you, they accompany you on your journey. Focus on the energy of your grounding crystal, the black tourmaline. The message this crystal has for you: I will protect you. I will keep you safe from harm. And see how the darkness has held you, but has not harmed you. You continue walking through the forest. The tourmaline is in your hand, its heavy weight is reassuring you. You feel it grounding you, so each of your steps are sure. There's never any danger of slipping or tripping because you are so connected to the ground beneath you. The tree roots are supporting you as you take your journey along this deep, dark path. And then the forest thins. The land begins to slowly rise, and you climb upward and upward through the snow and the cold air. Each step is a release. Each step you release grief. You release exhaustion. You leave behind old stories that no longer define you. Your breath deepens. Your body knows this climb. It's done it before in many, many lifetimes. Your steps get lighter now. The burdens are falling away. And you emerge onto a hilltop, open to the sky, Before you stands a stone circle, rimed with frost, and within it stands Goddess. She wears a fur-lined cloak and a shimmering silver gown, and on her shoulder rests a robin, bright-hearted and watchful. She faces the horizon as the sun begins to rise. Now focus on your moonstone or rose quartz. Place it in your hand. Feel its weight there. Moonstones and quartz, the connection to the mother herself, to the goddess. Feel the heart space reach out and connect with Goddess and the earth. Feel the love and the connection. As you enter the stone circle, you feel ready now. The moonstone gives you a message. You have come far. You have carried hurt, you have carried love, and you have carried hope deep within your heart. Release that which no longer serves you now and be filled with love. The stones around you hum softly. Their song is a remembering older than words themselves. Goddess turns to you. She touches you lightly on your heart and then on your brow. She offers you a word or a vision. It is personal to you. Remember it. Listen for it. Receive it without question. Now focus on the final crystal, the clear quartz shining brightly in the rising sun. Beautiful, clear, bright and shining. You hear the truth. You have carried the dark faithfully. Now you may carry the light back with you. You remain standing peacefully as the sun clears the horizon. And then bowing gracefully to Goddess and thanking her and thanking the stones, you retrace your steps back down the hill and into the forest. You give thanks for the strength and the protection of the dark forest, and you thank the animals who guided and walked the path with you. Know that this circle remains and you are there. You are part of it. Return gently to your body. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. Focus in on the crystals in your hand. You can either speak aloud or silently. You say, I carry the wisdom of the dark and the promise of the light. Blessed be. This particular journey is quite powerful and it has knock-on effects as well. So what you may find when you sleep tonight is that you may get a dream maybe a little different from the dreams that you normally get. And this can continue for sometimes for several nights. So if you do, make a note of it, because very often, again, the message you receive from Goddess when you reach the hill will often continue in the dreams or come further, or you'll gain more insight from the dreams that you get in the next night or two. And what I usually do is that I will take then the 3 crystals that I used in the journey and I'll put them under my pillow. And that's where you then that's where crystal dreaming comes in, and it accentuates then the message that you received. So it's very much worth doing. I can highly recommend that. Right. The other little thing I just wanted to see if I can. I'm trying to keep my brain on track. I'm just so sorry because I get very easily distracted. Whereas just going to give you a brief synopsis of what's coming up. If I can find with my. Yeah, I got it. Please tell me I've got it. No, I haven't. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Well, part of it anyway. So throughout the year, what we will then do is with the Wheel of Stone and Light, and it's a year-long journey. So it's a year and a day long journey going through. It'll be 8 weekends, 8 sessions, and we blend in then the crystal work with seasonal magic and priestess practice as well. So it all comes together to bring you a very, very comprehensive overview of everything that you could possibly think of that you would want to do with working with crystals. You will get a chance to explore and further this. It'll be everything from doing crystal magical pouches to obviously crystal grids. We'll be doing tinctures, we'll be doing talismans, and obviously learning then how to heal, practical healing and practical applications as well. For example, in inbox season, it'd be purification, it'd be healing, dream work, setting the foundation for the year ahead. Ostara would be courage, creative ignition, life force, learning to work with dragon power and rising power and that sort of thing. So each one will specifically focus then on giving you as much information that you can expand your knowledge and your practice, both for yourself and for anyone else that you want to help or to heal with crystals for the future. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my blathering, and I'm so sorry about the sound problems. I will try to see if it is my end and try and get that sorted out for next time. I'll see if my son can help me on that one, because he's way better with tech than I am. I'm pretty useless at it. Thank you. I'll hand you back to Bea now.
Well, I'll keep you on spotlight with me. So really, really grateful for all what you've given tonight. I mean, I just really love it. One of the things that I take great pleasure in is to bring people forward who are amazing teachers, who've been on our courses, who have become priestesses. And one of the things that we were wondering about, Tina and I, was, although it's a diploma course, and the Temple College of Avalon has been existing since 2017 and is in Company's House. If you want to have a look at us, we've been around since 2017. We've taught a lot of people, and one of the things, of course, that we are very good at is teaching priestesses, because this is, we're here in Avalon. I'm a priest of Avalon, priest of Cerridwen. So we were wondering what title we could, although it's a diploma for crystal healing, of course, but what title would we do? And of course, there's always that mundane that everybody understands, but we quite like the idea of crystal priestess, because we sort of rooted around and looked if there's any more crystal priestesses in the world. I'm sure there is. Look at this light. Look at this. I've got the halo around my head. The light is taking. And it really is. I mean, but the thing is, it's not about a title. It really isn't. But one of the things that I always say to you guys is that as priestesses, all we are vessels in the world, and we are serving not just the community, the wider world, online, whatever, but we're actually in this learning to serve the crystal realm. And the crystal realm is shouting out for people to be the bridge between them and the mundane. Now, I know that Gwyneth Paltrow has already started on the old crystals. That's why I can't get any crystals anywhere anymore, because everybody's wearing them. You know, the Kardashians are wearing them and all this. But for them, it's like a fashion thing. You know, I don't know that they really believe that crystals can help them. Um, I think if they did, they wouldn't use so much. What's the English word? What's the word I'm looking for? Um, Plastic surgery. But there is something about us serving the crystal realm, helping the crystal realm communicate with the people who are not quite awake to their fantastic way. And one of the things I also wanted to say is you don't always have to go and buy new stones. If you really want to work with stones, I have found some amazing necklaces and bracelets in charity shops. I mean, one thing I found was lapis lazuli is really hard to get right now. There's a lot of fakes out there, and you know they're fakes because your throat suddenly turns blue, and also a lot of them come from Iran, and it's a war torn country, and it's feeding the warlords. Um, so having something that you can buy, and also you can train yourself a little bit in psychometry, and we will be doing some of that as well. I love psychometric, where you will hold an object, and you can feel into the person that owned it before you, that loved it before you, and I just really love all of these things. But if you are thinking about doing something with crystals, do go through um, your charity shops and have a look if there is anything that you could find. You can pick up some really amazing bargains for that. I just wanted to share that with you. So we're coming up to the hour, and I'm going to let you lovely people go. We really appreciate, I think I can speak on your behalf there as well, Tina, appreciate people's presence.
Absolutely.
Um, we do have some special offers for people who want to sign up for the course. You know, this is something that we would like to bring forward, and we sort of talked about it when we came in earlier. What could we offer people? What would they like if they wanted to sign up? So we had this idea, and you know, it's just an idea. So if you sign up before the 21st of March, you're going to get three presents. You're going to get a sack of crystals, 8 crystals, and Tina's going to pick those crystals, and we will send them to you at your home. We are going to offer you a 45-minute complimentary healing session online and in person, um, either Tina or myself. And if you can come to Avalon, we have a little temple if you would like to come and do it there. And we are going to create 3 very special workshops that are sort of outside of what the program is of the course, but just 3 special workshops. And these workshops, for me, I think what I would like to bring forward, something that's been on my mind and probably on yours as well, is how can we ask the crystals, because they're offering themselves right now, saying, please take our hand, please let us help you, send energy into this world to make things better, to stop people from blowing up this planet. And I know this is going to sound very strange to some of you, but I want you to really hear me here. I do a prayer and a crystal healing distance for Mr. Trump almost every second day. I do. I say the Cerridwen prayer for him. I sing the Sariga for him. I do, because the light has to come on in his head, and making him realize what he's putting us through, putting the whole world through. I think if we can ask the crystals to help us with that, if I could slip a crystal in his underwear, I would, but unfortunately can't get that close. But I certainly can send crystal beams. So this is my crystal today. It's a really lovely piece, also clear quartz. Um, and so I'm just using that and my candle to send some enlightenment to that man, or to any of the ones that are thinking about creating war in our world. So it's really important that we all work together on that, and that we do what we can. But those are the 3 offers. If you want to hear more about them, please let me know. Just send me an email. It's b@cerridwen.co.uk. I'm going to put it in the chat, and just if you want to know more, I'm sure, Tina, you will also be happy to speak to people. Do you want to give people your email address?
Yes, you can do that if you want.
If
Yes.
you,
So,
do you want me to type it in the chat?
yes, that would be best, I think. Yes, yeah.
Oh gosh, okay.
So,
It's
can I do it? I should do it.
yes. You go. Just go in the
Do it?
chat and
Yep,
do
I
that.
got it.
Yeah,
I can do it.
yeah. That's brilliant. So Tina will give you her address as well. So if you want to talk some more about what we're going to do, how this is going to impact on your life, it really will. I mean, I don't know if you can see, I've got like 100 bracelets on, and for me, bracelets, people are like, oh B, you're so crazy about jewelry. These are not jewelry,
No.
they're my friends. They're my friends. I'm keeping my friends very close to my body and my heart. And I love wearing bracelets because they're going on the pulse points. And from there, the healing goes straight into the body. But these are all things, little tips and tricks that we're going to give you before the course even starts. So if you are interested, we're going to be doing some more taster sessions. Keep an eye on on Cerridwen group, Facebook group. And I think that's it. On behalf of myself, thank you very much. Really appreciate your presence. Lovely to see so many familiar faces. You just can't get enough of us, can you? I love it. I love it. Oh God! Today I came out of the temple, and this lovely lady that follows me on Facebook came out of the house that is next to us, and she took one look and she said, "Yeah, oh, I follow you on Facebook." I'm like, "Yeah, you probably don't expect me to look like this in normal life." We always make a bit of an effort. Anyway, sorry about that. So it's really. Oh yeah, and the other thing, divination. We were going to do divination as well, aren't we?
Yeah.
Crystal balls.
Yes.
We're going to get some crystal balls out, girls.
Yeah.
And I've got a whole section of crystal balls. I love my crystal balls. Anyway, so that's that for me. We love you so much, and we thank you so much for being here. And Tina, over to you.
Ooh. Okay. Yes, it's been absolutely fantastic to see you all. Thank you so much, and I again thank you for your patience with the sound. It was absolutely brilliant. I hope you enjoyed the journeys, and yes, I look forward to bringing you into the crystal fold. Right, okay.
Thank you so much. Take care of you all. Lots and lots of love to you all. Take care. And the Debbies and Diana and Annas and everybody else, Andrea and everybody here, we would absolutely, we miss you too, darling. Absolutely. This is the thing about the Cerridwen or the Dark Goddess crew. We always want to be together. We want to be together, don't we, darlings? Anyway, once you're in, you can't it's like a cult, isn't it? You can't let go. It's a cackling cult.
Yeah.
All right,
Love
darlings.
seeing you.
You can
Bye.
watch. Sorry, darlings.
I said it was lovely to see you.
Oh, thank you so much. And lovely to see you all. I won't be putting everybody on screen because we're putting this on YouTube. If you want to watch it again, please do. And then come and hang out with us again. Lots and lots of love to you. Thank you for being here. Tina, you are an absolute star, my heart sister. And I can't wait to work with you. It's giving me a thrill to be with you and the crystals. Lots of love to you all. Blessed be.
Thank you. Blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.
Oh, and Tina will sing for you. If you haven't heard Tina singing, you need to check it out. Tina will sing for you as well.
Song. I have
there we are.
Boogie song. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, you should have said that earlier. I would have made you sing that now. Sorry, darlings. But we promised people.
Yeah.
We will do that next time. Take good care of yourselves.
Okay.
Bye, lovelies.
Bye.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra.